Okay. All right.
And this is where the logo is up.
Yep.
Mm,
Couch co-op.
Yeah.
A
We're
little-
only here for the beer.
A little jingle.
Yeah.
Recorded in post by Dave.
Yeah, Dave, you should record me something in post and then just send it to me. A little like 10, 15-second jingle.
Yeah.
A little strum line.
All right, I'm going to turn off the logo. Hello and welcome to Couch Co-Hop.
Whoa.
inaugural-
See what we did there.
The inaugural episode. That's right. The Couch Co-op has morphed. After many beers, we've decided to do what we probably should have done a long time ago and just do a beer podcast.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Couch co-hop. The greatest beer podcast
In the world.
in the world.
So, gents and ladies, what we're going to do, and this might be better if you watch it on YouTube, but obviously you'll be able to hear it everywhere. That
Yeah.
our previous podcast is available, but on the podcast you'll see us. We'll pick a beer, we'll pop that beer, we'll drink that beer and talk about it, and then we'll rate it at the end. I don't know, what is our rating? I don't even know what our rating. We can give thumbs up or thumbs down, I guess. And just do the easy
1 hop
thumb.
to 4 hops.
1 to 4 hops.
Yeah, 4
Yeah,
hops being goddamn this is good. 1 hop to spit out. No.
I like the thumbs up and down, and maybe sideways if it's mediocre.
All right.
Yep.
That's fair.
We could do a upper
Body.
hop, a sideways hop, and a downward hop.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, that
works,
sounds
yeah.
good.
I don't
I
know.
like that idea.
You know, here's the thing about these things. This is going to be an evolution. This is going to be we're going to keep
We don't have a roadmap.
right now. It's going to start out this way. We're going to try and do this, and then it'll change. It'll keep changing. But
Mhm.
yeah. So hey gentlemen, let's pop our beers.
Well, let's talk
Alright.
a little bit. What
Oh, you
is
want to
the
talk
beer
about?
we're gonna
You
pop?
want? Well, I was gonna. Well, that's the other thing. I was
Oh.
gonna like pop the beer, let us drink it, and I would talk about it because
Ah.
we have to get through the beer.
I
ready?
thought we were
You guys
playing
ready?
it
Lots to go
before we,
through.
You guys ready? In the screen, gentlemen. In the screen. 1, 2, 3, pop it. Oh, it sounds good.
It
Yeah.
does sound good.
It's
Smell.
cold.
Smells.
It's wet. It's
doesn't smell bad.
alcoholic.
Oh.
It didn't fizz out the top of the can. That's always a good start.
Yeah, there's nothing more annoying than having to drink your way through foam just to get to the beer itself.
Yeah, I'll have to sit for a bit.
Or
Oh,
cleaning
wow.
up, then drinking.
Jared's been shaking his.
No,
Oh.
they've just been
Even
out of
though you
the.
can't pour a beer. You're only meant to have like a little bit ahead.
They've
Ian, what's
been
yours
sitting
look like?
out of the
Mine's-
fridge for a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ian's even better than mine, but mine's like about as much head as
I'm creating head right now just to make it look cool.
yeah. Mm.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Smells like many
Cheers.
card games and nights in college drinking.
So this is Pub Beer by 10 Barrel. It's a lager. I believe Dave said it's a Hell's Lager on the can.
Yep.
It's
On
about
the website they don't really state, but
it's a 5% alcohol content. 12,
it's available in kegs, 6 packs of 16 ounces, 18 packs
18
of 12
packs.
ounces, and then 25-ounce single cans.
Like I got right here. 25 right here.
Which Aaron has got. So a 5%, just a nice, like, pootling around summer afternoon lawnmower beer. Maybe a little strong for a lawnmower beer, but
Yeah, I think it's a little strong for a day beer. I think day beer is a little under
Okay.
5%.
yeah, I think
It's
4%
more of a
is
camping
better
beer,
than
really.
day beer, but
It is a great day beer, and I feel like this is a beer that is a competitor. It's funny, you have this microbrewery. No, I mean, they're independent brewery. I don't know what. I mean, they're bought up now, but originally 10 Barrel is
Yeah.
like a independent brewery, and they make this kind of, in a quote, shit beer that to go up against High Life, Hamm's, Rainier, all those beers.
well, the amazing
Yeah.
thing is they actually make 2 of these kind of beers. The make the red can as
No,
well.
no,
which
that's
maybe
not. No,
one
no,
of
no.
the-
Red Can's Hop Valley.
Oh, red can's
Yeah,
Hop
it's Hop
Valley.
Valley.
I always think it's
Yeah,
Hop
we-
Valley. Yeah.
We are not supposed to talk about other beers, Dave.
Oh. Well, how can we compare it to anything else?
You can compare. Well, no. I mean, you can compare it, but like we shouldn't like. No, I was just joking. I was making more fun of Aaron because he pulled up a can of Red Can.
I thought we were going to be doing. I thought. Never mind. I thought we did.
Anyway, price-wise, it's about the same as 18 of Rolling Rock, at least around my neck of the woods.
It's
yeah,
pretty...
it's like
Yeah, go
it's
ahead.
pretty affordable. I got the big pack, and it was only like $15 or something like
12
that.
bucks.
I've seen it
15,
12,
yeah.
12 to 14 is for 18
On
cans.
sale,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's-
I mean,
yeah.
at Safeway, I
That's
got the
possible.
18 pack for $12.99 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Very affordable. It has real good body to it. It feels good on the tongue.
Yeah, it's not.
Doesn't
It's
have
not
a
yeah.
weird bite or anything like that. It's just like, hey, I'm
It's
No,
got a little bit of
it's a
skunk,
beer.
but not like much. I
It's incredible smooth.
It's the cleanest out of all those beers, except maybe Rainier. I feel like Rainier's a pretty clean beer, but like against Hams, High Life, PBR, it's this incredibly clean beer, for sure.
Yeah.
And the color's pretty good. I mean, when you pour it, it's pretty yellow, but it gets a bit more golden.
yeah.
Anyway.
And no rice is listed on the ingredients, which is interesting.
What's
But
wrong?
that
Oh.
doesn't mean they didn't use it.
Oh, that's a jab at somebody at Bud Light, I think, because they made
No,
a
I
point to say that.
don't
It's
mean
Budweiser,
that.
it's not a jab.
I mean,
Well,
you know, a
Super
lot of
Bowl ad, they
lagers do
did
have
it.
rice in them, and it does lend itself to a particular taste,
Right.
and it's a good taste as well. I like it, but this one doesn't. This is a normal beer.
So Dave, maybe you as kind of the brewer in the group can kind of are lagers more difficult to like brew, or is the
Mainly,
process different?
There's lager, two kinds of yeast, lager and ale yeast. One ferments from the top and one ferments from the bottom. And then the other main difference, I can never remember which one is which. And I won't say now because I'll get it wrong and then I'll look like a fool. But the other main difference is that you let it ferment and then you lager it, which is essentially you put it, in the old days, you put it in a cave that's like 40 degrees. In the modern times, you put it in a fridge that's 40 degrees or colder, and you just let it sit, and it just lets everything settle out, and that's part of what gives it such a clear color and such a distinctive taste. But
Yeah.
and then you know it's quite a light. You don't put a lot of hops in there because you haven't got a lot of malt flavor to balance that traditionally, but. Yeah, and then you end up with this lovely clear golden nectar.
When people talk about beer, this is beer for me. Like a lager, this is beer to me. There's obviously just so many other types of beers, especially big right now. But like at the end of the day, it's those kind of like lagers that like when I need to clean my palate, I go back to a lager because that's what I think of as actually beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, this seems to be a little more.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, it's very refreshing. It seems a little more close to the premium beers on like the scale of a lager versus like a PBR or something like that. You can tell that it's not quite up there with the king, or whatever they call them now, since they're not really the king of beer anymore.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that those tall boys, when you go to a bar, you can still get. I mean, like, you get like $2 for a Rainier or a PBR. I mean, you can go into bars now and get $2 for a pub, and that's exactly the market that they're going after. But they're like a cleaner, probably a more refined lager. But that's what they decided to make this beer be, which I think is so cool for kind of an indie brewery. Who owns them now? Who owns them now?
I'm not
I
entirely
believe it's
sure.
Budweiser.
Budweiser.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
believe
right.
it's actually
But the other
Budweiser. Yeah.
Interesting thing about lagers is they're not strong flavors, so there's nothing to hide behind there. You do actually have to know your craft, and sometimes you get some IPAs that or stronger beers. You can kind of hide behind the alcohol, or you can hide behind the hops. Whereas lager, really hoppy lager, just isn't necessarily where you want to be. But by the same token, you do want some hops, otherwise it's just not right.
So what do you guys
No.
not like about this beer?
So there's not enough of it in my house.
Well, that's because you went cheap and didn't buy the 18.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I like about this beer. It comes in 18 packs, and
I know.
Yeah, I've never bought this, so I was looking at the shelf and I saw that the 18 pack was on sale at Fred Meyer, and I had no reason to look for like a tall can because it was
Right.
just so
Well,
affordable. And it's sad that the Fred Meyer near me does not carry it, which is unusual. They don't even have the red can.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry
What?
about the mention, but
That's
yeah,
really
it's
stupid.
It's
it's
fine.
really
I'm
my local Fred Meyer sucks when it comes to beer, but a
I
lot of
also
them
think
actually have a
it's
big
very
beer
interesting
interesting
section.
the way it's marketed, in the fact that it's not, unlike all the other lagers, this is actually in the craft beer section. It's not in with what I would consider its rivals. Like
Oh, what?
Macallan
No,
Rock
that's
and-
not in Safeway. It's right there in.
Oh, in mine, it's in the 10 barrel.
That's-
Right in the craft. There's no.
That must
Yeah.
be. That's
Yeah, it's not
clearly a store thing then, because like in this in Safeway, it's like no, it's right over. It's right next to the Coors Light and PBR and High Life.
So it
Yeah,
seems to have an identity crisis.
Well, the other thing I like to point out is like, I
P1.
like the can. It's just a simple black and. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, a lot of 10 barrel shit's pretty simple.
Yeah.
But,
Mine-
Oh yeah.
It reminds
Never
me of
think
back in the
about-
day. I used to count cans and bottles at a grocery store, and every once in a while I'd see that bottle that said beer.
Yeah, right.
That's all it said on it was beer. And this is the closest thing I've seen since then, and I love
I
it.
do like it has a very generic name.
It's
Yeah.
funny how generic it
Fine by
is, but
me.
also how much it stands out because it's so of its
Yeah.
own.
I'm not
Yeah.
necessarily sure though if you poured me like a row of 5 lagers whether I'd be able to pick it out.
This one would be the
Hmm.
hardest one for me to pick out. I could pick out the other ones. This one would be. I'd have to. Yeah, this one would be the.
And I don't think that's a bad thing
No.
necessarily.
No, not at all.
But I know that
We'll have to do that
Hams.
someday.
Hams is way more alcohol-y. PBR is
Oh,
way
yeah.
more skunky. High Life tastes
Yeah.
like corn, burnt corn. I mean, this one
Yeah.
is so clean that it's like, yeah. If I had a couple beers and then did this one, I wouldn't know what this one was for sure. I would be
Yeah.
like,
Like, did someone spend extra money on this? It doesn't taste like other ones. Okay.
Of the beers,
Okay.
of the beers that I think 10 Barrel thinks are in its class, like those Rainier, Hams, High Life, those beers. Which beers would you pick over this one, or would you?
Maybe Montucky Cold Snack. Really, that's
I was
the only one
gonna say Montucky Cold Snacks.
Yeah,
That's really
okay.
the only one, honestly.
I would.
That's
I would.
because Montucky
Hams would
Pub.
actually Rolling
Everything
Rock
else.
for me
Good.
would be like an equal, but not necessarily a pick over kind of thing.
I think I
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
I think I would pick Rainier over this, and that's. I think Montucky and this are pretty equal, and I would pick Rainier over both of those.
Oh, I guess I'll have to try Rainier again. It's been many, many, many years.
I like Rainier because this doesn't have a very good alcohol bite, and I still like a little alcohol bite. And
Yeah,
Rainier
no,
is
absolutely.
clean, but it still has that. It's a little
Yeah,
bite.
but this doesn't even have like a weird taste at the back end.
It
It's like
doesn't.
It
It
leaves
doesn't.
your
No,
tongue and
that's
it's
the-
done. It's great.
No, it's really
That's-
clean. You could drink a shit ton of this.
It's really
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
actually with a whiskey.
You gotta be careful
chaser.
though with that.
Huh. Okay. I'll remember that, Dave.
No, I do like. Yeah, I just gotta say, this is one of the best cheap micro-ish beers out there. I say it's micro-ish because it
Right.
comes
Yeah.
18-pack form, 6-pack, but it's made by a initial microbrewer that got bought up by a big boy.
Do you guys remember the first place you drank this? I know I knew. I mean, I think David bought it, and we had it at game night one night, and that's the first time I ever had it. And,
Yeah.
I was gonna
that's
say I just bought it because it was 10 barrel, and 10 barrel usually, the beers are at least usually decent.
I think that was the first time. It was either that or I went camping out in Estacada and we wanted cheap beer to take with us and found pub beer. I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds good. Why not? But
And
I
it does
can't
fit the
remember.
category in that the colder it is, the better it tastes.
Yes,
And
yes, it does.
they are right when they say it's nice and carbonated. It's very carbonated. which is actually a good thing for this style of beer. But
Yeah.
For sure. In fact, I think it's my favorite thing from 10 Barrel. Actually.
I would, yeah, I'd probably agree with you. Even though I know you guys take the mickey here because I like other 10 Barrel beers, but
Yeah, same here.
it's got a good
Good
burp.
one. Good one.
Oh, that
Yeah.
tasted good too. So yes, it passes the burp test.
I know. I mean,
It's
we're not gonna
producing plenty
try.
of
We're not
gas,
gonna
yeah.
talk too much about different beers, but I know they make those sours that Jared likes. So
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
love the
yeah.
sours. They have a
You know-
12-pack sampler pack, and it's great.
You know that rainbow, the unicorn that's throwing up a rainbow with the different colours. That's all
Oh,
different sour beers coming out of my mouth when I drink it. You know.
Hey, it's not for everybody.
I'm gonna make
Hurricane.
that. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make that happen.
Oh, we're gonna try a sour beer. So,
Are you gonna create the hurricane
Hurricane.
again?
But it's gonna be Dave.
Okay.
I'm okay if I have one or two. I just don't like them. But anyway,
What do you guys? Okay, I mean, I don't. Do you guys have anything else particularly you want before we rate this beer? Like, where are you guys? You have anything you want to say about the beer?
so on price, it's pretty unbeatable, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So quantity to alcohol, it's very good. Flavor-wise, for a lager, it definitely ticks all the boxes, and it's a good example of a lager. It's drinkable. It's got enough alcohol. It's refreshing. It's a nice lager.
I will say
So-
in that respect, if you're drinking it all night long, you will lose the flavor at some point, and you will need something else.
Yeah.
It's like one of those beers. Like, okay, it's just you're just drink. I mean, if you're just drinking alcohol to get drunk, that's fine. But if you're looking for flavor, at a certain point, that flavor is gonna disappear.
Yeah, that's true.
This is
yeah.
a great all-day beer. Perhaps not all-day beer, but it's definitely a good play some video games or watch the UFC type beer. If you just
I do
want
have to
good
say,
session.
have
beer.
more than one or two.
it tastes better out of a glass.
I don't know.
I'm happy the can, honestly, right now. I'm happy as a clam without the can in the can.
I poured it in the glass for the color, but I don't know, Jared. I could probably just drink. I feel like it's about the same.
Yeah, I like drinking most
It's
of my
good in and
beers
out of the
out of
can.
the glass, so it's probably just more of a familiarity thing.
Anyway, the other criteria we should have is: would you buy it again?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Answer
bought
is yes.
this beer multiple
No
times.
doubt.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
have too. So
I've bought
it's
a
like,
few.
Jared's not tried it before, but it's kind of like that's always the one of the aspects of a good beer is would you buy some more?
For sure.
There's a lot of things I try, and I'm kind of like that was good and it was interesting, but I'm not sure I would want a 6-pack of it. Or
I think this is replacing Full Sail Session for me.
This absolutely replaces it for me.
For pre-COVID, I would always look for it if they didn't have Rainier in bars, because I always just drink Tall Boys in bars, and I'd be like, well, do you have pub beer? Because Montucky Cold Snack is a hard one to come by in bars. Rainier's pretty much a staple, but if they have pub beer, if I want to switch it up, I'll drink pub, and that's kind of my go-to. It's funny how I used to be a huge High Life guy, but I'm kind of past that now.
Right.
you
yeah.
might go back.
Same.
You never know.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great beer. I think especially just like a party beer. I think it's a perfect party beer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Simple.
It's a crowd
Get a
pleaser.
couple of the 18s and you're good.
I don't think anyone's gonna hate it.
No.
They'll drink it.
Yeah. And 5% is a good alcohol, because it's enough to get people to get buzz on, but
Right.
and you can get
Right.
really drunk off it, but it's not going to sneak up on your ass like a 7% IPA.
Right.
That's
Right.
not
Right.
sneak
Right.
up on your ass. But
It tastes like water.
you can actually have enough that you feel like you've drunk something.
So who wants to rate it first? Oh, Darren. Dave?
Thumbs up on that one.
Thumbs
yeah.
up. Thumbs up. I guess we're all
In
giving
the
it.
lager
we're giving it a
category,
thumbs
that's
up.
Fine.
big thumbs up. Yeah.
Hops up.
Hops
Hops
up.
up.
Hops up.
Mhm.
Hops
It's
up.
Try
Hops.
it. You'll like it. You may not love
Right.
it, but you'll definitely like You'll definitely get through the whole 18 pack. It won't sit in the fridge for a
How
year.
was the
Yeah,
first
it's-
episode 4 hops up?
Because it's damn good beer.
Yeah.
Duh.
So,
Solid.
all right, well, I look forward to the future episodes where we do not agree.
Four hops up.
Oh man. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yep.
so there's a lot. I mean, this is the first episode. This is probably going to be the longest episode because we're explaining things a little bit. So next week, I'm going to pick the beer, and I've picked
Okay, dokie.
Full Sail Hazy IPA. And then we'll pick whoever, I don't know who wants to go next. We'll do a circle. Jared and Dave and Aaron, or Aaron and Dave and, whoever we'll pick next. So we'll start rotating. I feel like pub beer
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like the collection. We all kind of agreed on a beer, but I feel like it'd be better if we all just picked a beer.
Yes.
Right.
I will
Yes,
say
Dave.
this as I reach out to you guys and we're doing this. It's cool. We can pick any beer, but if you start picking some pretty random shit, you're gonna have to fucking buy that and deliver it to us. That's all I'm
Right.
saying. That's all I'm saying. You can pick some random shit if you want, but you're gonna have to deliver us because I gotta, Jared,
No,
all of us, we gotta find it.
Right. Yeah.
Dave,
absolutely.
I won't-
yeah.
Dave, I won't
think
pick
we'll
a
all go too
sour,
far from
okay?
No,
I
you
won't
can pick
pick
that
it.
Go
shit.
ahead and pick a
No,
sour.
that's the whole point. No,
I would
no.
like
it's-
to
Find an
expand
easy
my
access
palate.
one.
Hey,
You know,
I'm okay with drinking a dark beer. Like I'll drink the dark beer. I'll give my review of
Yep.
it. I
We've
mean,
got a
I'm
lot-
not. It's not about beers I don't like. I'm just saying. Let's be careful about buying like real specific specialty
Yeah.
beers that we
Yeah.
can. Unless you guys seriously want to go out, buy it for us, and then
I'm
deliver.
thinking Guinness is a good.
Yeah, we should do Guinness.
I'm
Ooh.
working the listeners suggest beers.
So I picked my first choice. That'll be the next episode, and then whoever decides to go next, and then we'll
Okay.
just keep that rotation. So that's how this episode's going to go. So we gave four thumbs up, 4 hops up to pub beer, and we hope you guys try it and get drunk off of it and have a good time with your friends, because that's what it is. It's a party beer. It's a hangout beer.
Yep.
It is.
It's a great playing video games beer. You don't lose your control of your limbs.
That's right.
It's
I don't know. Do you
so
guys have
good.
any? Before we go, do you guys have any ideas for this show? I mean, I sprung this on you guys, and I was just like, kind of, it might be easier to do feedback right now if you had any ideas or thoughts. I think it's pretty simple. We're almost done. It's like
mean-
20 minutes.
Of course, I mean, if people do leave comments on the YouTube video and give us feedback and the like, of course we can develop it around that. But I mean, as time goes by, I'm sure we'll have more ideas. This is just, we've been explaining it as we're going and figuring it out as we go, being the first episode. We haven't gotten together in a long time just
Yep.
to chat or anything like that. We've only
Right.
kind of mentioned, hey, we should do this on our Discord chat, and that's about it. So I'm sure throughout the week we'll throw around some ideas, or somebody will come with a breakthrough idea in the middle of the week, when they're at work, Aaron. And
And
they'll-
don't worry, we'll get to the classics.
Develop.
I'm sure one day we'll do Stella, Guinness,
Yeah.
Heineken,
I'm sure we'll get all that. Jared makes up a great point though. Like, those people that'll send us feedback, you can actually. I have created those accounts, or a couple
Oh,
of them.
man.
So you can go to Gmail, send us an email, and it's thecouchcohopshow@gmail.com, all one word.
no hyphen.
No hyphen.
Yeah, so that's
Hey,
the
don't
Couch
let
Co
us do
Hop
that.
Show @gmail.com. And you know what? You can recommend beers for us. And then maybe one of those weeks, one of the guys decides to take your pick instead of their own personal pick. I think that's what'll happen. And then the guys can say, hey, instead of my personal pick, I'm going to do this email pick. So, yeah, if you were digging this show and you want us to drink a beer that you think we should drink, and then as long as we can find it. I know Tony Death wants us to
Yeah.
drink fucking, what is it? I can't remember, but it's only available
Yingling.
East Coast right now.
You
So
can ship it to us.
Yingling?
Boom.
yeah, Yingling, but it's coming out
Actually,
here
no,
Yingling, yeah.
they-
It's
that's
coming-
actually coming out there.
it's
like,
coming
it is
here.
coming out over here.
later,
Yeah.
but it's not available now. So like he
No,
can't
I
recommend it
haven't
right
seen it
now
yet.
because I can't go fucking buy it right now. But
Funny, yeah,
eventually,
Yingling is a great beer. I've drank it before.
well, yeah, you
I lived
went to
on the East
school
Coast.
on the
Ship it
East
coming.
Coast.
I'm very curious. Yes, I've read about its business several times.
But
I
anyway,
want it.
yeah. So, hey guys, yeah. So you can totally email us and let us know, and then we'll slowly roll out some other social media outlets as if this show takes off, which I hope it does, because it's pretty exciting. So.
Yep, and once the COVID and we're all vaccinated, then maybe we'll actually do it in one place, or
Yeah.
it'll be easier for one of us to pick up a 4-pack of something that we can distribute to the other guys.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
But for right now, it's probably going to be more mass, supermarket kind of gas station,
Easy things to get to. Yeah.
non-specialty shop kind of stuff. That doesn't mean it's not good
Maybe
beer,
like-
though.
Well, they
Maybe
probably
like-
want us to go through the kind of classics too. I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of.
Right.
It's the easy stuff to pick up. I mean, almost everybody around the United
Yeah.
States, at least, can pick most of the beers that we'll pick up.
Yeah. I mean,
I know
we can do
some of the states don't have a very good selection. Like when I lived in New Mexico, I couldn't find half the beers I used to drink. So I mean, it's not
Yeah.
widespread, especially like these Northwest breweries that most of us buy beers from.
Well, that's what we're saying.
So
Like
it'll
even like
be
Full
more
Sail.
centralized.
How available is Full Sail when you start moving east? Like I don't know.
I didn't see Full Sail in
Less
New
than
Mexico
that.
when I lived there, but that's been many years ago.
I mean, you
Micros
know,
have probably taken most other states by storm at this point, but I don't know.
The two that always surprise me when I go back to England is you can get Rogue and you can get Lagunitas.
right.
If any
didn't know
long
Lagunitas.
distance
They did Rogue,
listeners, if any long distance listeners can find this from anywhere beyond Oregon and Washington, it would be kind of cool to hear your feedback in our email address that
Ooh, that's a
was
good thing.
spoke
Yeah.
earlier, or comment in YouTube where you found it.
Right.
That'd be really cool and maybe helpful to other people that are watching the video.
And then just another thing that you guys can do, which would be really awesome, is next week our next episode is that Full Sail Hazy IPA. Buy it and drink it and play along with us when you listen to the episode and see if you agree with us. You don't even have to.
Tell
You
us
don't have
we're
to
full of
write.
crap or not.
You don't have to write in.
Yeah.
You don't have to. But just play along. It's
You're
like-
probably drinking alone anyway, so you might as
Yeah.
well drink with 4 random dudes.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's like going to the bar,
Absolutely.
kind of.
Or bachelor party, just a boner with your bros. Anyway.
That video. SNL bachelor party.
Yeah.
Check it.
Oh yes.
Anyway, boys, are you guys ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we all finish?
so.
I didn't quite. I mean, I finished, but then I poured more in.
have a little
Yeah, I'm on
I
beer too.
had 2 of them, so
Yeah, so I
I'm,
think-
like on halfway.
I definitely
I also
finished.
wanted to try it
I
before.
definitely finished a can. So,
I'll
we-
finish my beer off the air
Yeah.
with you
Goes
guys.
down well.
Yeah. So, we are the Couch Co-op Show. If you would like to subscribe to us, please check us out and subscribe. Again, our email is thecouchcoopshow@gmail.com. Also, if you didn't know, you're new here some random way because you came here for beer and not for video games, we are also the OG The Couch Co-op Show. And you can find us everywhere at The Couch Co-op Show, all one word, no hyphen. Anyway, let's get out of here. We are The Couch Co-op Show. I want to thank Jared, Dave, and Aaron
Anytime.
for drinking a beer with me tonight on our inaugural episode. Cheers,
Lager
brothers.
with fermented yeast, by the way.
And we will all see you. You'll listen to us next week. Peace out.
Hopefully.
See ya.
Beef.
Let me pop up the logo. We guys can talk some shit. Be stupid for a second.
Dance to whatever
So when
jam
we all
that
get
Dave
back-
makes.
we all get back together.
Wait, we need
Oh,
a. We need a.
I haven't had any dogfish head for a long time. Oh,
I haven't had a
This stuff
dogfish
is
give me
funny.
head in a long time
Yum.
either.
This is
Yeah.
20%
I
alcohol
wouldn't know
by
what that's
volume,
like.
like 19. So
What's
a
a
12
good?
ounce bottle
What's
is
a
enough.
good? What's a good beer movie that we could pull quotes from?
Hmm.
oh, what's that one with